Welcome to Apathetic Weekend Update. I'm your host, guy who doesn't like Cadbury cream eggs, but on principle gets angry they seem to be getting smaller. Our top story of the night, Six Flags announces plans for its most turbulent roller coaster yet, called This Week. Seriously, terrorist attacks in Brussels, Canadian Bill Cosby walks, a legend dies, another legend dies, guy who put Toronto on the map so you don't need a legend dies, Kid Cudi released a decent song. If this week had any more curveballs, it would be hanging out naked in the change room of the Y. Ugh. Moving on, a mother in Minnesota was charged with a DWI while dropping her children off at school. On the bright side, her kid's bully problem was taken care of. Oh, look at that. The interns hid some chocolate eggs around the studio. This week, adjective you hope is never used to describe your dick, Microsoft, launched and within 24 hours decommissioned its first artificial intelligence Twitter chat program after the internet taught it racism, sexism, and to deny the Holocaust. A huge relief to the Sarah Connors of the world, who now know all they'll need to distract their Terminators is an Xbox Live account. Nope, that was from last year. This just in, you've been alive far too long to on a first date not have an answer to what is your favorite food. Study claims heavy social media users are 3 times more likely to enter a cycle of depression. Yeah, if you suck at social media. No new subscribers. Guess that's normal. As we all know from the top of the show, this week has been a particularly crazy one. So here to offer his fresh perspective on it all, the host of YouTube's The Weekly Dump, Amish Patel. Amish?
Hey, great to be here talking about my favorite holiday.
Oh, no, there's actually like a bunch of super serious things that happened this week. I was hoping we could get your opinion on.
What? No. I talk about sad stuff on my show. This is my vacation time. I didn't even shower for this.
Okay, well, but it's pretty rare that there's this much.
Fucked up shit goes down in 1 week? Yeah, if you're living in the first world, like a shitty Mario player.
Well,
how come you didn't mention the suicide bombing in Syria this morning?
There was a bombing in Syria this morning?
I don't know, probably. I mean, that place is like bubble wrap, right? Am I right? Something every day.
So
my point is, the Earth is one big violent episode of the Kardashians. But this week, we have Easter. So let's talk bunny, okay?
Okay. How do you feel about every year Cadbury cream eggs getting smaller?
You would bring that up. The one diminishing joy of the holiday, and you pick it out like a needle in an Easter basket.
What's a needle doing in an Easter basket?
What's a razor doing in a Halloween apple? Probably the same. Just another late night hack trying to ruin a special occasion.
You're acting like this is Brussels or something.
Wait. What happened in Brussels?
What? You didn't hear? There was like an ISIS terrorist attack at the airport. A lot of people like died and got injured.
How many people are trying to ruin this holiday?
So you do want to talk about the terrorist attacks.
Let's not pretend it was a coincidence that the country known for its chocolate production was bombed right before the annual mini egg feast.
So you're saying we're...
A war on Easter? You goddamn right. And I'm not going to let them win, like those wintertime happy holiday heathens.
Okay, so what do you recommend people do?
Gather your eggs, keep with your peeps, and make sure to profile anyone not using a color palette rich in pastels. All right, we're going to win this. We're going to win it.
Amish Patel, everyone. Yeah, another like. Webcam girl. Moving on, a 200 million pound research vessel might be called Bodie McBoatface after naming rights were put to a vote on the internet, putting into question the legitimacy of this research vessel's ability to do research. Seriously, it only takes 16 keystrokes to Google naming contests, and no, it's probably not a good idea on the internet. After complaints about their color rape yellow, an abbreviation for the plant rapeseed, paint company ALDI agreed that perhaps the name was not the most appropriate and that moving forward, they would be referring to the color by its original title, Jian Yellow. You know, named after the Chinese province known for its rapeseed. Or it would have been, but thanks to the province's exceptionally high GDP, it was able to afford the country's best promotional team, who basically just discredited the smaller provinces around it. Yeah. What? How could I lose a follower? I gave you everything! Everything! On Friday, during his rally in Portland, presidential candidate Bernie Sanders was joined at the podium by a small sparrow, calling it symbolism. Presumably that he's still so far behind in delegates that not even birds find him threatening. That was a hard one to deliver. Quick life hack. If you're about to be crucified and literally have the power to conjure food out of thin air, maybe try making everyone some snacks on the off chance they're hangry. In doughier news, Domino's has begun trialing an autonomous pizza delivery robot. Good news, your half-dead battery drawer is now a tip jar. Bad news, if you come up short on payment, your home gets LASIK. On Thursday, a man in North Carolina was arrested for not returning a VHS of Freddy Got Fingered he had rented 14 years earlier. The punishment? His friends now know he still has a copy of Freddy Got Fingered. Rough go. No. Ugh. And that's it for your Apathetic Weekend update. If you enjoyed the vid or just want to make sure I'm too busy every weekend to crowd your favorite brunch nook, please like, comment below, share with your friends, and or subscribe. And yeah, I've been your host, guy who wishes he was as careful with his finances as he is tearing the perforated lines on the checks, keeping him alive another 2 weeks. Good night.
A little hip-hop, open tip from the top of the dome. Make the sucker MCs wanna go home. Whether you're from that place or whether you're from this place, I'm straight from New York, but Atlanta is my main place. Check out the style as I kick it like whatever. My rhyme style is ill, plus my brothers is quite clever. So check it how I kick it one time for your mind. Throw Daddy Crew coming through. Yo, check the on point five. Once again, Tip, you're on point five. Once again, Tip, you're